this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Citizen X, a 1995 made-for-TV film that was suggested to me by a subscriber of mine, and I would like to thank them because I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I was very surprised that they would make a TV movie based around this story because it is definitely not the typical TV fare that you see here in Canada or North America at the very least. For those of you who haven't heard of this movie, which is probably the vast majority because I know I hadn't heard of it, and I'm a big movie buff, right? I mean, I call myself Matthew Movies. Or at least I should be a bit of a movie buff anyways. This movie is about a serial killer who was captured and convicted of killing 52 people in 1992. It's interesting because the vast majority of movies about serial killers, you see that they are targeting a specific type of person, whereas this specific serial killer, whose name I will not even try to pronounce because I know I will get it wrong, but his first name's Andre, or at least something close to that. He killed people of a wide range. He killed boys, he killed girls, he killed mostly young people, but their gender was fluid, their basic look was different. The only thing that they really seemed to have in common is that they were vagrants, and they were people that he would be able to kind of lure off with the promise of food or alcohol or something, that he was able to convince them to come away from train stations and kill them in the woods. It's a very grisly story, but it's a very interesting story. This movie, I think, is different than a lot of films in that it is focused on the manhunt for him, which is typical of serial killer films, but this movie takes place in Russia, so a great deal of it takes place under the control of the Soviet Union, and so you have parts of it where there's this bureaucracy that at the beginning isn't willing to admit that serial killers exist in Russia, and then once they're kind of willing to go along with that, they have very clear ideas on the type of people who would do this. So if they're a citizen in good standing, of course they couldn't be capable of these kinds of crimes, and that it would most likely be a homosexual who was responsible, even though as the film progresses, he does kill women, and eventually they kind of throw those kind of concepts away, but they have very staunch ideas on how this investigation should take place, and as a result, as you see in this film, the whole situation is allowed to continue a lot longer than it probably would have otherwise. This movie stars Stephen Ray, who's an actor who you may not know by name, but most of you would probably recognize the face as the detective that is seeking to take down the killer, and I thought he did a stellar job in it. And also Donald Sutherland plays his immediate basic boss, and I thought he was very, very good in this movie as well, very effective as the character that is trying to lead the charge in capturing this guy, but also is the go-between between the bureaucracy that is there to hold him back, and occasionally shows the kind of backbone that allowed this to continue, because there are definitely multiple moments where it feels like it's going to be taken away by the detective in charge of the case, and that more than that, the detective is in peril of being blamed for things that are out of his control and possibly being taken away in the night. So that whole element of the film, I thought, really added to the story a lot. And I'm just somebody who really enjoys movies about serial killers and the manhunts for them, because I think the concept of the serial killer is very compelling, because it's so atrocious and just so against everything that I believe in as a human being, and the idea that another person could be capable of these types of things is just so fascinating and just off-putting, and it just gives you a real creepy feeling, which is something I enjoy greatly in a film. If you are watching this and you know of other serial killer films that you feel like I should watch, please let me know in the comments below, because I'm definitely always interested in this genre, and I will let you know if I've seen it or not. So those are my thoughts on this film. I thought it was very, very entertaining and has some very cool twists and turns. It's definitely worth a watch. And let me know what you think in the comments below of the film, if you've heard of it, if the story sounds interesting, and please, like I said, let me know if there is a serial killer movie you would suggest. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people will come and check out my videos, which is something I absolutely adore, because I love talking to people about movies. And to that end, if you are new here or you just haven't done it yet, please hit subscribe or hit the notification bell. That way you can know when I put out a new video, and come and let me know what you think. Other than that, have yourself a good day. Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Citizen X, a 1995 made-for-TV movie.